This podcast was created on Messy. Create your own show today at messy.fm.
Hey guys, welcome back to the House of Blurs, episode 7. We're your hosts. I'm Armani.
And this is Nichole, riding shotgun today. So, yeah, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again.
Yeah, we always appreciate you guys coming back, subscribing, liking. And today we're going to start off talking about the Jacksonville shooting that happened at the Madden competition.
First off, very sad day in gaming. It's just a sad day, period, because it's like you can't go anywhere and enjoy any fucking thing anymore. And it's ridiculous. And I'm waiting for all the think pieces, and I've already started to see some people saying some stupid shit like, oh, there wasn't enough security, and oh, video games are violent. First off, it was Madden.
Yeah, it's like, why should there have to be security like that at a gaming convention?
Yeah, there's not going to be metal detectors everywhere. It's like people were just coming together to play a football video game. It wasn't like this was Call of Duty. Even if it was Call of Duty, though, it's just like
it's a video game competition.
Yeah, it's sad that, you know, now going forward, if anyone does anything, now there will be a shit ton of security. People aren't going to feel comfortable, and it's a damn shame. So rest in peace to the two gamers who lost their lives that day. Prayers to their family. EA has made several announcements. They were at conference that I went to last week. They did come out, and the first thing they did was acknowledge that, speak on it. We did have a moment of silence for those gamers, and EA is stepping up, and they are, you know, donating money to help these families take care of this very unplanned for and untimely event. So, you know, shout out to them for stepping up. I believe GameStop is also donating some money to that as well.
Yeah.
So
I'd seen somewhere that one of the survivors is suing EA. They're suing EA, and then they're suing the venue because of security, like lack of security.
You know, I couldn't imagine being a parent or being a person in a situation like that. So it's real hard to say how I would react if I was put in that situation.
Yeah.
But it's like suing like EA or suing the venue. Like there's just certain shit
that you just shouldn't
can't
do.
Well, you just can't control. Like there's, and at the end of the day, let's be real. If a crazy person wants to fucking do something crazy, they're going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
Like no matter how much security you put up, no matter how much you secure a military base. You know, I was in the Army, and we used to, you know, talk about preparing for events and things like that. But it's like, no matter how secure you think some shit is, if someone is going to do something crazy, they're gonna fucking...
You're gonna find a way.
Yeah, they're gonna find a way. Because crazy people are just fucking crazy. So it's a damn shame that, you know, people were hurt. But at the end of the day, I really don't... I mean, that's just a fucked up situation to be in. So, you know, it's sad because things like that, like suing them, all that's going to do is be like, okay, well, we're not going to do these events then.
Yeah, we're not going to do these competitions.
Yeah, like, and it's sad because then you've got these kids who play these games who say maybe don't really have friends who play near them and stuff like that. This is probably a chance for people, you know, who do play, who don't have friends that play, or, you know, and aren't necessarily, don't get to see and be in the same place as, you know, their fellow gamers who play. You know, now they're not going to get a chance to go, you know, and be in the same place. That. Yeah, and, you know, actually see and chit-chat in person with people who have the same passion for the game that they do. You know, younger kids and stuff like that. And it's just it's just an all-around messed up situation.
Yeah, I feel like this is setting the course to ruin a lot of things. Like, it's only a matter of time before, like Comic-Cons and conventions like that end up getting, like, either...
targeted.
Targeted. and you're gonna have either tighter security or it's just gonna be canceled altogether.
Yeah, and it's just sad. You can't go out and just be able to enjoy your pastimes and the things that you love and enjoy doing. But you know, like Uncle Charlemagne says, all the crazy people in the world come from Florida, and yeah, so.
Honestly, it was Florida. It was.
When I was at conference, a store manager who was actually from Florida is like, yeah, nothing good ever follows, like in
Florida in the title.
A man from Florida, like, or something like that. It's just like, yeah, and it's sad. So,
dang, I didn't even realize that. Like, yeah, that's where Jacksonville is.
So. Yeah.
But that also touches on the topic of, like, do we feel that these video games are causing kids to be more violent?
I mean, my answer to that is no. I hate when people
so?
say... No, I hate when people say shit like that. No. No, I don't think video games have anything to do with it. I've always played violent video games.
Yeah. And it's something that's, like, very... frequent in our house, or not frequent.
I mean, I'm saying, like, for me, growing up, like, all the games that we played, from Mortal Kombat, Contra, I'm just thinking of any shooting game.
The little game with the robots that fight.
Rock'em Sock'em Robot, first off, which I'm not that old. But even playing, like, the old Grand Theft Autos, like,
Kick
Vice
the Can
City
was a pretty violent game.
First off, kick the can. I didn't play kick the can. Being serious. But, like, that never made me, like, and I was one of those people who would, like, go home after work and I'm like, okay, I'm going to play Vice City and I'm just going to run around and I'm going to shoot people from a building or run people over with cars to de-stress. Like, that was like, okay, that's I'm going to de-stress. I mean, I'm just going to go do that, fucking bop around in the game for a minute, and that's it. And done. I've never had the urge to shoot up a building. Like, that's just not something that I thought of, or that doesn't, like, make me want to go hurt people. I mean, your little brother plays, whom is 12,
Division.
Plays The Division, he plays Destiny, he plays
Rainbow Six.
That's the most fucking loving he's too friendly.
Yeah.
You could probably go up to him with a box of kittens and be like, hey kid, want to see some kittens? And he'll be like, sure. Like, and he's 12. Like, there's not a violent, want to harm anyone bone in that kid's body. Yeah. Like, he's a cat whisperer. So that whole, video games that kids, no. Quite frankly, what makes kids violent and angry is shitty parenting. A lack of parenting.
Yeah, I was about to say
and
that.
And socializing. Like, if you don't socialize your kids properly,
they're not going to grow up and be able to deal with actual life at this point. That's how I feel. That's how I've been feeling lately. Like, with these school shootings that have been happening, I feel like it's kids that can't... I'm not saying that this generation is softer.
They are. Y'all are.
Okay. Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all.
Yeah. Kids these days are overly soft. And while I agree that bullying is a real thing, I think...
There needs to be better ways, or kids need to be taught better ways to deal with it.
Yeah, you can't. It's we've made people and kids way too soft. The fact that, like, now in the military there are stress cards. This was a conversation that we had too. Like, there are stress cards. When I went into the Army...
What's a stress card?
Okay, so if a drill sergeant gets in your face and they yell at you, you can pull out a little card, like a yellow card or a red card that says, I can't take this. And they're supposed to leave you alone. Like, you're supposed to back off, give you some time, give you some space.
I say, isn't that a rule in the military? Isn't that a part of the military?
When I was in the Army, I'm like an old-ass person. Back in my day, when I went through basic training, if I looked like I was under pressure, that was just going to make them come harder. Like, that's the whole point. Like, if you can't take someone who you know realistically cannot put their hands on you, like, if you're not mentally strong enough to know that this is, I'm just being yelled at. Like, they're not really going to put their hands on me. Now, granted,
why are you even in the Army?
Exactly. Like, I don't want you fighting for, like, nah, I want your soft ass on anybody's front line or anywhere else. Like,
yeah, you can't pull out the stress card when you're being shot at.
Like, exactly. Like, some shit pop off, niggas pulling out stress cards and zombie apocalypse. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, whose idea was that? Like, this is just absolutely absurd. And like, and don't get me wrong, like there was a particular drill sergeant, I'm not going to say his name, but that dude stayed in my face. I felt like he just hated me for no fucking... Like, there were moments where, like, I, like, literally, like, teared the fuck up because this dude, like, came so fucking hard. Like, and he scared the shit out of me. But I'll be damned if I was gonna, like, I'm gonna suck it up and I'm gonna take it.
I mean, it's the military, like...
Exactly. So, yeah, we're making...
Do they have a limited amount of stress cards? Like, you can only pull this 3 times a year? Like,
I feel like, first off, you have to pull that thing more than twice, your ass just needs to get out. Like, that shit.
You're getting dishonorably discharged.
Yeah, no, or just a general discharge. Like, we'll just go home. We're gonna pay for your plane ticket, and you can just take your ass back home. But it's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh my God.
I don't know how I feel as a drill sergeant. I'm yelling at you. You pull out a stress card, and I have to stop. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So no,
go sit out.
Yeah, there's no correlation. I don't feel there is a correlation between violent video games and children who do violent shit. I think that comes from way somewhere else. Mm-hmm. You know, mental illness, yes, that's a real thing. That's a real issue. And I think if there's an underlying mental illness issue going on, then putting those kind of things in front of that person is going to probably elevate it.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. I don't, obviously I'm not a scientist. I don't know I don't know for a fact.
Yeah.
But that to me would seem more like the case. There's a documentary on HBO about killer kids.
Killer Kids. I seen that one. Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch all of it, but like those parents, like they.
Yeah, I would say I feel like it's not even really okay. So it's like, of course, there's mental illness involved, but it's more of the parenting, like the lax parenting of either just not being there or giving your kid everything that they want.
Yeah, not realizing that there's red flags and there's problems, and if you don't catch those red flags early and do something about them, then it's only gonna get worse. Like, if you have a kid who hates people and does not want to go around anybody, has like no friends,
disappearing every week.
Yes, like those are red flags. Something is wrong. Like, and if you don't go get your kid help, or you feel like I'm not going to say you're not in a position to get your child help, but if you feel like you can't get your kid help and then you don't, that's what breeds crazy people who do crazy shit. But it's like healthcare needs to be more accessible and affordable for families because, quite frankly, therapy is fucking expensive.
I'm gonna say at least children.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, that's what needs to change. More importantly, is like getting actual like counseling and help for kids.
Yeah. Especially,
it's like, okay, if we're gonna have a softer generation, let's get them some help.
True story. Yeah. Ugh, man, that's rough. Those two young men had such a bright future ahead of them, but no.
Yeah, and they were saying it was because he lost earlier in the competition. He won last year's competition, I believe.
Wait a minute. So I actually, because I was at conference when this happened, I didn't actually look into see more about the details on the shooter. So the shooter was actually a gamer.
He was a gamer who was in the competition. He lost earlier. He left, came back, and shot up the place while the competition was still going on.
Holy shit.
And he was a 2017 Madden, it was one of the Madden competitions, 2017, for the Bills, and he was the winner.
That adds a whole fucking other layer, and that's
why I said it's more like it's kids just not being able to, like, raising these kids to not be able to accept, like, rejection.
Yeah. That's
called
some shitty parenting. Yeah. You know what? Those kids who get mad and throw remote controls. If your kid, real talk.
If you got to replace a remote control every month.
Yeah, if you're replacing multiple remote controls because your kid is losing at Fortnite and they're yelling at the screen and they're getting angry,
cussing people out over Xbox Live. Oh.
I don't know if cussing people. I mean, I mute my mic first, but I mean, like, real talk though. Like, if your kid is exhibiting those signs, then you probably need to cut the cord and have some realistic conversations. Like, you need to back them off, because if they can't handle getting their ass whooped at a video game, something that's not real, you know, it's supposed to just be fun, and everyone hates to lose, granted, but, you know, remotes ain't cheap. Mm-hmm. I mean, them DualShock PS4 controllers run $65. Like, if you have to buy your kid more than one of those, you have a problem on your hands. Like, that's just real talk. Like, you need to do something about that. And if you, ladies who aren't gamers and happen to be listening to this, if your boyfriend's a gamer and he can't handle getting his ass whooped at Fortnite and he's throwing controllers,
walk away.
Hello, you got some red flags. Like, that just should not be happening.
But yeah, they were saying, like, it was possibly, like, he planned it out. Because he had bought those guns that he used in Baltimore 2 months prior. Or, like, over the past 2 months.
Gosh. That's terrible.
Yeah, but on a lighter note, how was your conference?
So, it was fucking epic. Like, it was amazing. Mm-hmm. We were in Indianapolis. Shout out to the city of Indianapolis. We got treated very nicely. India's a nice place. Like, at first, we got there and we're just like, why are we in Indy? There's nothing to do here. I mean, downtown Indy compared to, like, downtown Dallas or Fort Worth or Philly is, like, pretty small.
Is Indianapolis northeast, northwest?
It's north. From us, it's northeast.
Okay.
So, it's very nice. There's a lot of really nice restaurants. I mean, it's clean. It's a lot of Pokestops. Like, yo, I was catching Pokemon like nobody's business.
I need to fire back up my Pokemon Go.
Started adding friends on Pokemon Go. There's Pokemon.
You can add friends now on Pokemon Go?
Yes, you can add friends on Pokemon Go. You need to gear that up, and then you can send me some gifts. But I'll drop my Pokemon friend later and number later on this. So if anyone else wants to add me on Pokemon Go, add your girl. But so Indy was really nice. Food, great food choices. City's nice. We stayed at the JW Marriott. They had several hotels that because you've got literally all of your GameStop store managers and upper brass and things like that.
Yeah.
All went. So it was like 3 or 4 hotels that people were in. But my region, we stayed at the JW Marriott, which was nice.
And so we all hotel hopping?
No, we didn't. Yeah. Literally, they didn't even want us hanging out in our rooms, and I found out evidently previous years, some shit's going down with people deciding to hang out in rooms. Like, people drink way too much and get handsy, and then people want HR suits and shit like that. So it was like, stay the fuck out. Like, no hanging in the room. So
like, everybody get out. Let's
go. Take your ass outside, go play.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here.
So, me and my crew, went in a little early. So Horror Hound was going on in Indy. That was nice. That was amazing. Got to see Lance Hendrickson. If you don't know who Lance Hendrickson is, Google him. He was an alien. He was in Aliens.
What's his name? He was the robot?
Yes.
Detroit.
He was in Detroit Becomes Human. Yeah, I teared up. I cried. Like, I turned into a punk bitch. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was having a moment. And it was so real. Like, it was, yeah. I had a serious moment. I fangirled out like nobody's business. That was actually took place at the JW Marriott. We went on Friday, because Saturday and Sunday were the weekend tickets were like sold out. So, where you could still buy a full weekend ticket, but Friday was the only day we really were going to be able to go. So we went Friday. Who else was there? Christian Serrano, aka Rosita. I got a picture of.
Oh yeah, you did take pictures. You got to take your camera with you.
Yeah. So actually, I took that from my phone. I didn't even have my camera with me in the Horror House, and I was like, why didn't I bring it? So that was a bummer, because I could have got way better pictures.
Yeah.
But so I put a couple pictures up on the Instagram page. So we're on Instagram at House of Blurs on Instagram. There's a few pictures from Horror Hounds. The Jesus was there as well. Don't know his real name.
Jesus.
Yes. White Jesus was there. Dwight, the dude who played Dwight, was also there.
Dwight.
Yeah. Fucking Dwight. With the burnt face. The one who's, Dwight. Caused a whole shit ton of problems.
Oh, okay. Dude with the mullet. Is that Dwight?
No, Dwight's the one with the half burnt face.
On The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Dwight.
Dwight, the one whose wife was... What the fuck... I don't know what even happened to her. And him and Daryl were going at it. And, he flip-flopped and turned on Negan and was helping outrigging them. But then got caught.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
No, we just...
So
I didn't catch up on The Walking Dead like that.
Dwight was there. Who else was there? The kids from It were there. So
all of them?
I think majority. I don't think that girl was there. I think it was just the boys.
What's his name from Finn or Flint?
He was there. I did get a picture of oh god, what's his name?
The little black kid?
Yes. But his name is oh gosh. So while I'm Googling that, I got a picture of him. His name is it's not Common, it's something like that. Chosen. His name is Chosen. Anyone begin with a C. So, Chosen Jacobs. First off, seen him there, got a picture. Because we got in early, and we're broke store managers, we were not paying those prices to check into the Marriott early, so we got hotels elsewhere. So for Thursday and Friday, we stayed, a little further away. When we were actually checking into the JW Marriott on Sunday, Chosen was checking out, and he was at the counter. So, one of my other fellow store managers had pointed it out to me, hey, isn't that the black kid from It? So I walked over to him, and I was just like, yo, you did really great work. Love what you did. Keep up the good work. You got a fan. You got a fan. He was
in recognition.
So cute, and he was just like, oh, thank you. And then I left him alone. I didn't ask for a picture, nothing like that. He was trying to get stuff together. So we kind of walked over to our little huddle where we were back out, and then we kind of looked at him and we was like, why is this kid by himself? Where's his parents or his handler? Where's his supervision?
Who is watching him?
Yeah, he looks younger in person, I think, than he even did in that movie.
Yeah, so those kids are pretty young.
Yeah, he looked young. He honestly, he looked like he's about TJ's age. I don't know how. I'm about to look up how old this kid really is. But he looked pretty. He looks young in person. So it was funny because when I walked over to him and I was talking to him, the lady who was checking.
He's 17 years old.
Oh, he looks young. Black don't crack. His mom was really pretty. She was there with him too, and she looks hella young. So he's got good genes.
Yeah.
We realized that after we were like, who was watching him? But the lady who was behind the desk was like, oh, who is she? First off, I'm talking to him, and she says, who is he? So I think he was just like, what the? I think he was kind of caught off guard by that too, and I was just like, "Want me to do your job?"
Yeah, I was saying you could have at least pretended to know.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Well, I'm not about to get into a conversation with her about who he is while he's standing there, he's not standing there."
Yeah.
So I just totally ignored the shit out of her and just said what I said to him and then walked away. But that was funny. But then his mom walked up, so I guess he was standing there and him and his mom were checking out. But
yeah, I'm
gonna assume that was his mom. Very lovely black woman that was with him. So, so that was dope. That day, we after we put our stuff down, Lance Hendrickson was still in the hotel. So he was walking.
Y'all were stalking Lance Hendrickson?
No.
Y'all.
No, but he was just walking around, in the Starbucks of the JW. Yeah, just walking around, talking to people. And then at that moment, we were sitting there okay, should I go over to him now? And he didn't even he really had any handlers with him. He was by himself. And he's an older guy.
Yeah, so he's kind of old.
Yeah, no. He was just by himself. He came up the escalator, went and got some coffee at Starbucks, and then he went outside and smoked a cigarette. And I was like, yo, if I see this dude one more time, I'm gonna go up to him. You obviously want to let him just do his thing and don't want to be in his face. Because, he's just trying to walk around and get coffee and smoke a cigarette. But I'm just I'm about to have a second moment.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I'd have that kind of self-control.
Well, we remember what happened that time I ran into Maurice Bernard.
Yeah.
I didn't have self-control. So I was reminding myself of that moment and to not do that again. And God forbid I run up on this little old white man and he has like a heart attack.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How'd you feel? Yeah. GameStop manager, the reason Lance Hendricks died.
So,
dang.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. We ate our faces off. Food is great. If you're ever in Indianapolis, there's an awesome arcade bar called Tappers. Google it, look it up. The bar is amazing. The drinks are amazing. The bartending staff there was super awesome, super cool. They were not expecting to be bombarded by a shit ton of GameStop store managers. Because they were kind of looking like, where the fuck do all these people come from?
So y'all pretty much just mobbed Indianapolis. Like, y'all.
We did, really, and they weren't prepared. Like, they really were not prepared, I don't think. Like, but there was also, okay, so between Horror Hound going on, all of GameStop invading Indy, and then there was also a motorcycle rally. There was like a motorcycle event going on, too. Mm-hmm. So, you've got shit tons of bikers, gamers, and horror fans, weirdos in town. So
they're pretty busy. Like,
it was a busy weekend, indeed. But yeah, Tappers Arcade Bar, super dope. They had all these arcade machines in there, like classic games.
I feel like I seen you post that somewhere.
I did. I posted that picture too. I think I put that on my personal Instagram page though. But that was pretty lit. They were really nice. The bartenders were great. So check that out if you're ever in Indianapolis.
Free plug.
Yeah. The Colts and the 49ers were playing that night, although I'm not supporting the NFL this season. Was totally about to get those tickets and go, but I didn't go. We didn't get a chance to go because people were BSing. Y'all know who y'all are. So we didn't go to the game, but I was like willing to go because I'm like, I'm probably never going to be in Indianapolis again.
Yeah.
So
might as well just live it up.
Might as well. I mean, you don't get to go to a Colts game when you live in Dallas, so why not? But I didn't, so. But evidently I will be in Indy again in like 3 or 4 years. We're going back. So yeah, that was that. It was a lot of fun. Got to bond with, coworkers and peers and meet some other people and network.
You guys get any new trailers? Any new juicy things you can give us?
So, I'm not going to tell you any of the shit that's going to get me fired. It was a whole lot of that going on. If you record this, you're going to get fired. And they asked very nicely. Because this essentially is like an E3 for GameStop.
Yeah, for GameStop.
Which makes sense that the largest gaming retailer would have an event like this. And in the past, they would do the conference, and there's an expo night, which essentially is really like the game floor of E3. You get to play games, stuff like that. And then it would be followed by a consumer expo. So it was open to the public afterwards, and they go in there and play stuff, buy stuff. And like this, they shut down the consumer part. Yeah. So it's just GameStop employees and stuff hanging out all night. So I'm going to be real honest with you. I drank a lot that last night. I was there. Thank you, Alex. We dusted off a bottle of Crown. Something else. A fun fact about Indy.
Fun fact.
There's no open container laws in downtown Indianapolis. So you could walk into...
So you guys were just walking around with cans. So that's like open cans? Like cans of beer count?
Yes. So okay. You could go into a restaurant in Indy, buy a beer, and like they were asking us before we were leaving, does anyone want to take a beer to go? And we're like, a beer to go? What? And they were like,
what
is
this place?
Yeah. So we're like, what do you mean? They're like, oh yeah, well we don't have open container laws, so I could put a beer in a to-go cup for you, and you could take it and leave. And we were just like, oh, this just got real. Like, we now are enjoying Indy. Like, we see why people live here.
We're now living.
Yeah. Now I understand why people live here. So we went to a CVS because I ended up like damn near dying of the flu for a day. I caught the flu for like 24 hours, so I had to get therapy. We went to CVS. They sell bottles of Crown in CVS. Shout out to you if you live in a city that sells liquor in CVS, because here in Texas we just get wine and beer. Like, you can get wine and beer in CVS.
Wine and beer.
Hey. But that's all you can get. Like, we bought. Not we.
I think it's like this city itself.
No, it's not a city. It's the state. There's nowhere in the state of Texas you're buying liquor in a CVS.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like, because I know this city, it's like they can't sell liquor in this city.
Yeah, and there's liquor stores once you get a little further out. Like, Arlington has liquor stores. There's a place that has liquor stores. But even in Arlington, they don't sell liquor in CVS.
Yeah.
Or Target. I know some Targets now. I mean, they sell beer and wine. They have the beer and wine section. But I don't even think they sell liquor. This liquor was carrying Crown. So, that to me was a mythical thing. But whatever. So, needless to say, drank a lot that last night because we couldn't take it on the airplane. So what do you got to do?
The funny thing is, did you check your CVS card? See if you had any CVS bucks?
I didn't even think about that. Use your extra care bucks to buy a Crown. That's crazy. So I don't even remember half the shit they told us not to talk about. Really?
Like it was all wiped.
Yeah, it was wiped from my brain as soon as I hit the airport because I was fucking exhausted. Our plane, we had to be at the airport at like 5 o'clock. TSA was not prepared. Evidently, no one notified the airport that there was going to be like 5,000 people leaving that morning until 4 o'clock in the evening the previous day because when we were in line for TSA, they had a bunch of black female TSA agents, and of course, because everybody was irritated, they were spilling all the tea.
About the video games?
No, I'm talking about the TSA agents were pissed. They were like, GameStop didn't even notify us until 4 o'clock yesterday that they had 5,000 people leaving out of our airport this morning. And the first couple flights, they had flights leaving at like 3 o'clock in the morning, but like our flight left out at 7. But I think there was like 2 flights before my flight left, coming back to Dallas. So the flights to Dallas alone were packed. But yeah, they weren't ready for that. So that experience. I mean, they got everybody through fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But, we had a lot of shit in our bags. So now you've got people who are being pulled aside because they've got Funko boxes of cereal in their bags.
Yeah.
And like weird ass toys issue. And like games. So like people are... Yeah. More people than normal are getting pulled to the side and like, what the fuck is in your bag? Like, why do you have Play-Doh and like pops and like random shit? So
and all these flashlights and lint rollers.
Real talk, my flashlight and my batteries got through. Where the fuck was that at? I think it was in my bag that I checked, but whatever.
Yeah, you brought a lot of interesting things home.
I did.
Added more to your pop collection.
Yep, pop collection grew. Yeah. Indie was good.
Who'd you bring home? T'Challa in the black suit.
You brought home
Pixel Scorpion.
Well, that came from the convention.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, okay, so hold on. Back it up. Go back to the video games. We got hands-on. We got to play some games. Mm-hmm. So that's really what it's all about. We got to play some games. So here's what I will say about upcoming games. As I'm bringing this up, pull up the game release dates for the rest of the year for me. So clearly we are now end of August. So first up, we've got 2K, Destiny, the Forsaken DLC. I believe the next 2 big games that are coming out. We didn't play Destiny, the Forsaken. Obviously that's a DLC, so just have to wait for it to come out. If you're gonna play it, you're gonna play it. Mm-hmm. I did, however, get to play Spider-Man. And it's absolutely freaking gorgeous. The mechanics on it and the handling feel a lot like Batman Arkham Knight. And I suck at flying on Arkham Knight. So the web slinging, the traversing.
Traversing, is that like...
the moving through the world.
Okay.
Is going to take some getting used to. Well, for me anyway. Because, I mean, like I said, I sucked at flying and doing, like, multiple tasking things while in air on Batman Arkham Knight. However, your brother just, like, would kill those stupid Riddler missions. But, it's beautiful. It handles very well. There's so much shit Spider-Man can do as far as his... It's the second time the garbage man came today, but whatever. As far as moving and his fighting, it's beautiful. It's very well done. They are releasing that Ps4 Pro Spider-Man Edition. 8. They are releasing that. I'm pretty sure you probably still have time to pre-order it from GameStop if you have not pre-ordered it. And if you do not have a PS4 Pro, it is a very pretty PS4 Pro, so I would highly recommend doing it. Unless you're holding out for the Kingdom Hearts PS4 Pro, this would be a good one to get. Because it's red and has the white Spider-Man symbol on it. Comes with the game. If you pre-order it, you get access to Spider-Man's additional suits, which is the Punk Spider-Man suit, the Iron Spider. Yeah. And then there was like one more. It was like
the original Spider-Man.
No. Okay, so in the game, so if you pre-order, you get 3 suits. Okay, so you get 3 suits to choose from if you pre-order it. There is, I believe, in the game total, I think it was like 12. Might have been like 20 suits total.
20 suits?
Like, there's a lot of different Spider-Man suits in the game, and then they all have special abilities built in with them.
So these are like unlockable things, or is this kind of like a buy to win?
They're going to be unlockable. Those 3, the Punk, the Iron Spider, and the other one I can't remember, those 3 are going to be only available if you pre-order the game. So, if you're going to buy the game, just put down the $5 to pre-order it. Like, put the $5 on it. I mean, you're going to get the game anyway. Yeah. That's 3 additional suits and other stuff that you get. But the Iron Spider, I mean, it is the Iron Spider from the game. Like, Sony...
Like, is it like the one we see in Avengers?
Yes.
Okay, with the wings?
From the movie, yes. And there was a scene where, like, you're fighting with the Iron Spider, and the claws come out of it, and, like, it's super dope and awesome. Punk Spider-Man pulls out, like, a boombox and does some funky shit with it, and it causes, like, an explosion in the ground. Like, it's freaking amazing. Pre-order it so you get those 3 suits.
So, while we're on Spider-Man, so did you guys get to see any of the story? Did you see anything about Miles Morales?
No. And even if I did, I probably couldn't tell you. No, actually, no. They didn't show us any footage except for probably that Punk Spider-Man suit in action. And that was a small video. That was probably shown at E3. I wouldn't be surprised if that was already shown at E3. But they did show us a clip from the Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man movie? The next Spider-Man? Like that? Like
not the Avengers movie.
I was like...
The one with Miles Morales.
Oh, okay.
We did get
the
to see
animated one?
Yes.
Okay.
We got to see a clip of that, and I'm even more fucking excited than I was before. So
is this just Miles Morales, or is this Miles Morales and Peter Parker?
Peter Parker's in it, too. Okay. It's an older Peter Parker who is mentoring Miles. And it also has Gwenpool in it.
Gwenpool?
Yeah, I'm not Gwenpool. Spider-Gwen. It has Spider-Gwen in it as well, and it looks amazing.
It's like a clash of the multiverses type thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't explain how this happened.
I feel like I've seen the trailer that you're talking about.
I believe the trailer was put out as well already. I think this was maybe an extended trailer. Because there's a scene where, like, they're in the woods and Miles is like, how many spider people are there? But it looks super cute. And, of course, he's voiced by, what's his name? I can't think of his name. I can't never think of anybody's name. Like,
while we're actually
having a conversation about the person. But Google it, y'all know who he's voiced by. What was that? Dope. The dude from Dope.
Shamik Moore.
Shamik Moore voices Miles, and it's funny because you look at him, especially right now, because he's got that ASAP Rocky braids going on.
Yeah, so he doesn't look like he looked in Dope.
No, he doesn't.
Not at all.
And when you just look at him, you don't expect that voice to come out of his face.
Yeah.
So he has the perfect voice for voice acting, especially younger characters. So shout out to Shamik Moore. He's still cute though, but I don't like those braids.
Not everyone can do the ASAP Rocky braids.
No, they cannot. But ASAP pulls them off. Hey. Anyway, so that's Spider-Man. What else?
You got to go see...
What's the release date on Spider-Man?
September 7th.
September 7th. Okay. So, September 7th, Spider-Man in your hands.
Yeah. Yep. September 7th.
Okay. Then there was... What else is next? I want to do these in order of release. And this is sad because, again, I work at a video game store, so I should probably know what dates these games are coming out on. but it don't. 2K19, did not see anything additional on 2K19. Also coming out September 7th. Spider-Man, September 7th. 2K19. Forza. Yo, Forza Horizon 4. First off,
October 2nd.
I have never played... How do we go from September to October?
I mean, because nothing else was really coming out in September.
Yo, you skipped over Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider comes out September 14th. Got to play that as well. Yo, Lara Bancroft. I did not play Tomb Raider or Rise of the Tomb Raider. Mm-hmm. But you don't need to have played those games to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's beautiful. Like, visually stunning. I think everything at this point is going to be visually stunning because it's all being done in 4K.
I was like, is this a PS4 exclusive?
No. Tomb Raider's on Xbox.
Oh.
We shall be playing it on the Xbox.
Okay. Games
play best on Xbox One. Yeah, no, you can say that. That's a thing. Hey, when Sony sets it up, then we'll say that. But as of right now, games play best on Xbox One.
Alright.
There's another thing. It's just a more powerful system. Whatever. We're not even going to get into specs. But Tomb Raider. Lara. Because that, oh my god. So the people from Square Enix, one of the people from Square Enix kept saying Laura. And we are all, like, I'm hearing people mumbling through the entire room while she keeps saying Laura. Her name's not Laura. She works for Square Enix, but I didn't see you know this.
He's about to make a whole bunch of nerds mad.
Oh my god. For real. Like, people were like, oh my, every time she said her name, every time she would say Laura instead of Lara,
you'd hear like a small mumbling of the crowd.
Yes. It was just like, how do you not know this? Like, but anyway, I digress. So, game, amazing. It's got, like, the action in it is going to be so on point. I haven't played it, honestly, have not played a Tomb Raider game since probably the original Tomb Raider. I don't remember playing any Tomb Raider games after that. So, yeah, it's amazing.
So would you say it's like the Nathan Drake games?
It's better. It's beyond. It's beyond.
Beyond.
Nathan Drake. Yeah, it's beyond Uncharted.
I couldn't even think of the name. Uncharted.
We've been living in Uncharted. That's what we've been living at for this action adventure games, and going back to Lara, I have a feeling, if it's not already, I think Rise of the Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider might be on Xbox Game Pass. I meant to look at that when I came home, because I said I was going to play them before I played Shadow, just a little bit at least. So I think they're on Game Pass. They are not on the PlayStation Plus store. I was looking at that last. Oh, they're probably on there. You can buy them.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about free shit.
Yeah. Get that free hookup.
Yeah. If you don't have Game Pass, you're missing out. Especially if you have an Xbox. If you have an Xbox One and you don't have Game Pass, you're tripping.
Yeah, you're not getting the full, like...
You're not getting your full gaming experience.
Yeah, there we go.
It is well worth that $9.99 a month. Go ahead and buy the year, but it is well worth it. I think I mentioned this before. You can find the trials. It's like, I think the thing the other day was like 2 weeks for $2. Or 2 months for $2. I think it's a promo that's being, like, if you scroll through Instagram, I've seen it on there. So, get it.
Yeah, it's basically the Netflix for gaming.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's worth it.
It is well worth it. But anyway, shout out to Tomb Raider, September 14th. You've got Xenoblade Chronicles 2, September 21st. The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 2, September 25th. Life is Strange 2, episode 1. They showed us that. First off. So, it's no longer...
Max.
Is that what that girl's name was?
Max and Chloe. That's who was at first.
Okay. So, Life is Strange, no Max and Chloe in this one. Life is Strange 2, episode 1, is going to follow these brothers.
Okay.
It looks like some funky shit happens in the town. I feel like the older brother either saved the younger brother or killed somebody. Some funky shit happens because the older brother is basically protecting the little brother, and you see them walking down a road alone. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. It doesn't look like it's a apocalyptic type thing. It just looks like something crazy happened and people got killed, and now he's having to watch over and protect his little brother.
Does it still touch on, like, the time traveling, like Life is Strange 1?
I didn't see any time traveling. It looked more just like murder mystery type thriller.
So it's kind of like a Telltale game, like.
You know what? I got Riverdale vibes.
Riverdale?
And I just say that and just like looks like it's going to have like a really good twist to it. Mm-hmm. But that's what it is. So you've got a different crew in this one.
Okay. So would you say, I'm trying to think something to compare it to. Until Dawn? The one with Hayden Panettiere in it? Okay. Never mind. Y'all
could have just saw the look on my face like, I ain't playing Until Dawn.
It was one of those games. It was one of those like you make the choice and.
We know it's going to be a Telltale game, of course. It's going to play like Life is Strange 1, but I'm just saying like it's a different story. Mm-hmm. So different story, different cast, different people. September 27th.
Gotcha.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z hits Switch September 28th.
What?
So if you have a Switch, you'll be able to Fighter Z it up. Fighter Z, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Comes out September 28th on the Switch. In other Switch news, Nintendo is launching their online membership.
For the Switch?
Yes. First, they'll be putting classic Nintendo games on it. Mm-hmm. Things like Mario Brothers, Contra are coming to it. This is the most affordable online plan. I highly recommend you pick up multiple years. It's
multiple Switches?
First off, you probably should have multiple Switches. There is a reason you need to have multiple Switches, and I'll tell you why here in a moment. But, $2.99 is a lot of money to just be dropping on game systems. I get it. Mm-hmm. But a Switch is legitimately probably something that there should be 2 of in your household.
Yeah.
But I'll come back to it. It's only $19.99 for 12 months. Okay. There is a family membership option that will be dropping that's going to be like $34.99, and I think that ties into multiple Switches. But $19.99 for the entire year. That price is going to go up at some point. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt. Once they add in like Netflix and Hulu and a browser,
get it going.
Yes, once they do the things that they plan on doing with the Nintendo Switch, that price is going to go up. At $19.99,
grab it while it's good.
Grab it while it's good. I think like the monthly price is like $3.99. There's like a multiple month price for like $7.99 or somewhere, but it's $19.99 for the entire year. You can also pre-order that right now at GameStop as well. Oh, you can
pre-order a membership?
You can pre-purchase it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So you can pre-purchase it. You can download code. So when it goes live, you're ready and up and running to go. So recommend doing that. It's going to have all your Mario Brothers games, your classic old Nintendo must-haves on there. Which is great because if, you got all excited when they released that Nintendo Classic little system, mm-hmm. and you didn't get it, or like, I just don't want to get this for some reason, now you'll have those classic Nintendo games on your Switch. So, I'm looking forward to that. I don't remember the date that actually goes live. I feel like it was later. We'll look it up. We'll come back.
Is it this year? Like, is it type of this year?
Yeah, it's dropping, I think, for the holidays. Mm-hmm. So, now we're into October. Forza Horizon 4. We have, which Forza do we have?
I thought we had Forza 4. Whatever I guess Forza 3.
I don't think it's Forza 3. We have one of them and I didn't play it because I don't really do racing games. Like, I haven't really legitimately played a racing game.
Mm-hmm. I played it. It plays really nice.
Like, this new one is fucking amazing. Like, there's gonna be weather changes in it. So, like, every week, they're gonna change the weather for everybody.
Oh.
So, one, the game already, again, looks visually stunning. We know that. But, like, there's areas when you're racing through that'll have, like, rivers and stuff like that when it's spring and fall. But when it turns into winter, it turns into ice, which changes your course and how you can race. Mm-hmm. So, and also adding into driving and racing on snow and, slick roads. So, Forza Horizon 4 kicks it up a notch. A whole nother fucking notch. And then there's, like, trucks in it. It's all kinds of stuff in it. So, October 2nd, if you don't play a racing game, that would probably be one you definitely want to check out. If you're interested in a racing game. Mm-hmm. Or let me put it, if you're not interested in a racing game, it's a good game.
Honestly, because I've never been into racing games, but I sat there for a good, 2 hours at school playing that.
At school?
Yeah.
In your dorm, you mean?
In my dorm.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, what class were you playing Forza? I'm like, what are we paying for? Thought you were a pre-med major. I you like games in class. But yeah, so it's definitely awesome. It looks awesome. So I will be playing that when it comes out. What else? In October
5th, we got Assassin's Creed Odyssey coming out.
You skipped over Mega Man 11, coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on the 2nd. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is on the 5th. You good. So, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
This is in Rome, right?
Yeah, I did not play it. I'm skeptical as fuck about this game. Just because I'm like, where's the Assassin's Creed in this game? Yeah. I feel like Ubisoft. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. Ubisoft. Is just making games under the Assassin's Creed title for the sake of making games. Honestly. At this point. I think they have a title that has a fan following, and
they're just milking it at this point.
They're milking it. Yeah, I just need to see where that's gonna go. As far as where the Assassin's Creed is, it looks like. I mean, it still looks like it's gonna be a good game. You get to pick whether or not you play as Cassandra or Alexios.
Yeah, so they're making it more gender equal.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that'll change up the storyline because there is a bit of a romance in here. Looks like it's definitely gonna have a good story.
Yeah.
So, and it's pretty. The little bit of gameplay that we did see, he was walking everywhere. I'm like, why is he not parkouring?
Yeah.
On building tops. Like, if there's no parkour, it's not Assassin's Creed.
And it's Roman era, right?
Yes. So we'll see where that plays in. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, October 5th. PS4, Xbox One, PC. Super Mario Party for the Switch, October 5th. WWE 2K19, October 9th. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, October 12th. We got to see Black Ops 4 gameplay. I did not get to play Black Ops 4 because the line was way too long. Mm-hmm. It was what I was, again, like I said last time, I was going to try to make a point to play games I wasn't necessarily going to buy.
Yeah.
That failed. Epically. Because they also had a scavenger hunt type thing going on.
Yeah.
Which was a chance to win a raffle. So, okay. As soon as we got into the expo, I immediately hauled ass and got on the line to get an autograph from Chris Sabat and Elizabeth Maxwell. So I spent the first hour of the expo in line waiting for an autograph.
Dang.
So, there was that. Chris Sabat and Elizabeth Maxwell are amazing. They were funny. They did a great job hosting. I hope they host again, just so we get to hang out and see more Chris Sabat. If you don't know who Chris Sabat is, he does the voice of Vegeta and All Might and about probably a million other anime voices. But the dude is super cool, super legit. I got my signed autograph and picture.
Also snagged me one.
Yeah, I should just snag that for you.
Oh.
And I got the picture. So, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, we got to see some of that. There was some shit we were sworn to secrecy about, but it looks amazing. Mm-hmm. We all know it's going to have all of the most maps at launch out the gate. They're not doing that whole season pass shit. They're just giving you full-on Black Ops at launch, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I was like, because a lot of these games, it's not even you're buying the full games. You're buying a starter pack, and then you buy Part A, Part B, Part C.
Exactly. So October 12th, Black Ops 4. Lego DC Supervillains, October 16th. Parents, buy it for your kids. Grown-ups, buy it for your damn self. The game looks amazing. You create your own villain. You are a villain. You create your own villain. And then you play alongside all the other DC villains to actually stop another villain from fucking things up. So
do they have the heroes in there?
There is heroes in it at the beginning, but you play as the villains. And it's a villain game. You can, I believe, pre-order it with... It's going to come bundled with, I believe, some socks and or a Joker pop. There is a brand new Joker pop that is going to be coming out that you can, I believe, pre-order right now at GameStop. Google it. That thing looks amazing. I shall be pre-ordering it. Don't have a whole lot of DC pops, but that Joker I will be getting. But Lego DC Super Villains looks like some truly good family fun. During the WB Games panel, that was one of the things that they said they are so for the couch co-op family games. Like, that is what they believe still needs to be a thing, and that is what they are creating.
Yeah. So. Like, I love the Lego games, because those are genuinely just, like, fun games.
Yeah, and they're challenging.
Yeah.
They're challenging, they're fun. So we've got that. Starlink Battle for Atlas comes out October 16th. You will be able... Star Fox will be in the game.
Star Fox
is going to be in the game. Actually, I don't... Was that a GameStop? I don't think that was a GameStop. There was something, I believe, that might have been a GameStop exclusive, but whatever. You should be getting it from GameStop anyway. Dark Souls Remastered comes to the Switch October 19th. Soul Calibur 6 did not get in that line either because it was absolutely outrageous. However, if you are a Soul Calibur fan, the game looks fucking amazing. Like, we watched gameplay, got to watch a store leader go up there to actually play and beat one of the people who was there. Yeah, the game.
Is this another one of those anime games?
It's an anime fighting game.
Anime fighting game? Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, Soul Calibur plays like...
Tekken?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, even better. And then, you can fall off the map.
Oh.
In it. Like, you could fall off the fighting arena. So that's a whole level. October 19th, Soul Calibur 6. I'm kind of going through these for the time because we've got other things we want to talk about. My Hero 1's Justice comes out October 26th. Red Dead 2, October 26th as well. Got to see extended gameplay of Red Dead. Oh my god. Let's just say, once Red Dead comes out, I feel sorry for every game to be released after it. Because I don't know who the fuck's playing anything else that comes out after until Fallout 76, of course.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Between
Fallout.
Red Dead and Fallout, I feel sorry for every game coming out in between. Because, honestly, real talk, I still have not finished Far Cry 5. I'm probably going to finish it today or tomorrow. Like, I'm about to get on the Far Cry 5 after this to get that done.
Mm-hmm. So you got time for Red Dead.
So I can play Red Dead. I will probably be playing Red Dead during my leave. That'll be what I'm doing. Because it looks like there's just so much to do. It's such an in-depth game. If you've seen the E3 stuff, you know you play as Arthur Morgan, and it's the first Red Dead, so it's a prequel. Mm-hmm. And like, you have a group of outlaws, and like, legitimately this is a community, so you have to do things like go out and hunt to bring back food for the community.
So it's kind of like a Far Cry 5 game, because I never played the first Red Dead Redemption.
Nor did I. But yeah, it looked like it reminded me of no, because with Far Cry, I mean, there's a lot of side missions and stuff. Mm-hmm. But this is, you need to build relationships with the other outlaws in your group to keep up morale, to keep things going. That unlocks other quests and missions depending on how you talk to them, how you treat them, mm-hmm. People that you encounter, if you steal from them, if you intimidate them. Yeah, this game got like serious depth to it. So
yeah.
If you have not pre-ordered your copy of Red Dead, you're freaking crazy. Because that's going to be a long-ass line. Point blank, period. That game, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, this is Rockstar's big game of the year, right?
Yes, this is Rockstar's game of the year.
Because we're definitely not getting another GTA anytime soon.
No, they're making too much money off of DLCs. And shark cards. So, no need to put out anything else. So, let's see. Now we're into November. Hitman 2.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's another one. And another one.
See, I say I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching the YouTube videos of people playing Hitman 2. Because I can never just sit down and like finish a game or just play a game through. So I'm looking forward to the YouTube videos.
So this one, the rubber ducky's back, of course. If you pre-order the Hitman 2, there's a collector's edition that comes with, of course, a rubber duck. It comes with his coin. It comes with a bunch of other stuff. I just want the duck. But in this game, like, first off, there's more NPCs. So now I believe it's up to like 400 people on screen at one time, and these people you can actually interact with now. Because like before, he would kill people and steal their clothes to blend in.
Yeah.
you can do that, like, to blend into the crowd. So, like, if you go to a dinner party, you can steal a tux and everybody has tuxes, so you blend in type stuff. But like, you can interact with, like, a lot more NPCs on screen. It's way more dimensional and multi-layered now.
There's a lot more to do in the game now.
Yes, and there's a multiplayer aspect to it, to this Hitman. So where you can actually do assassin missions with your friends.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 characters that they showed. They did not tell us much about them. That's going to come, I'm pretty sure, in the next season of it. I don't know how much is going to be released with this first season of it, or this first go about those other 2 people, but there will be some backstory into who they are. One of them is a black guy. So Hitman 2 looks very much like you're going to want to play it. If you pre-order it and buy it at GameStop, you will actually get the original Hitman, the complete.
Ooh, like the complete series?
Yes, from the previous Hitman. You'll have all the seasons on there, as well as Hitman 2. So,
okay. And is this going to be another one of those, like, the season games where you got to buy each episode?
Hitman does that, so I'm sure they will continue to do that. So I'm pretty sure at some point there will be, like, a season 2. There will be more add-ons for it. Like, this one is built... I mean, it looks like it does. This original release will have a lot to it, especially since they added a multiplayer mode, but there will be more to come. They're going to add more onto it, for sure.
Yeah, because I know the last Hitman, it was like the game came with the first mission, and then you had to buy every other mission.
Yeah, and they're going to do that again. Let's see. Spyro Reignited Trilogy, November 13th, is going to be retailing for, I think that's like $39.99. It's going to come with all 3 Spyro games fully. That's over 300 levels of Spyro. Get your Spyro on, people. And
November 14th.
The game we're all waiting for.
Fallout 76.
Yes! I'm so fucking excited. There's nothing else to say. They didn't tell us anything. They didn't show us anything that already hasn't been seen. If you've watched... First off, if you're waiting for Fallout 76, you know everything.
What's going on.
Yeah, you already know everything that's been put out at this point. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, November 16th for the Switch.
So what is that? Like, I've seen nothing about that. You told me about it, and I haven't seen anything
Pokemon Go on your Switch.
Oh.
With additional levels. And there's a Pokeball you can buy. So you can buy Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. You can pick which one you want. Okay, one or the other. Mm-hmm. We're getting Xbox invites on the computer right now. So these kids are getting out of school. And the Xbox, is it even on?
No.
So this totally just threw me off. You can buy just the games by itself. Like you do Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Don't think I'll have my choice in which one I'm going to get. So we'll see whichever one GameStop gives us if we do what Nintendo said to do. But so you pick which one. You can buy just the game by itself. You can buy it packaged with the Pokeball remote. That thing I kind of want. First off, I think it's like $49.99 by itself.
Oh.
But the ball remote, it's reminiscent of the Wii remote in that it has a strap you need to put on your freaking hands so your kid doesn't throw their Pokeball at your TV or just down the street because they're outside playing with it. But it has a little joystick piece to it and the button. So you can press it and you can like throw it. Like you can simulate throwing it. Not actually throw it. Mm-hmm. Like you're going to catch Pokemon. And when you catch Pokemon in it, you can take your Pokemons out for a walk, like how you do in Pokemon Go, the Pokemon that you have with you. Mm-hmm. And the fucking ball makes noises like the Pokemon's inside of it.
But does this require you to take your Switch outside?
I mean, your Switch is portable. So, I don't know. I don't know how much it will correlate with Pokemon Go. Mm-hmm. Or unless, I don't know if, the Pokemon Go you currently have on your phone, if that info transfers over to it. I'm not sure. I hope so.
I put in a lot of work.
Oh, man. I have leveled up this Charmander, and I'm not letting him go. So, I'm not starting over. But that's going to be pretty cool for Pokemon fans, for little kids. Again, they're putting more into Pokemon Go to get people outside. So, but that little ball is pretty dope, and I like the idea of carrying around and torturing a Pokemon in a Pokeball. Like that's all I really want to do. Battlefield 5 got pushed back. I think November. Actually, November is the correct date. That is an updated date for Battlefield 5. not surprised. I don't think anyone's surprised that game got pushed back, because that was the fact of where they had it before, competing with Call of Duty. It
wasn't happening.
Battlefield 5. We got to see some more of that. It's Battlefield 5 in World War II. Let's see. What else? That's December. Just Cause 4. Yo, Just Cause 4 is off the fucking chains. You can make a tank fly. That's like
that's how
extreme they're going with Just Cause 4. Like, they've added in the stuff to where you can put on vehicles where you can make a tank fly. I've seen it in person. So yeah, December, Just Cause 4.
Then we get Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. December 7th on the Switch.
Yo, that right there, that's a console seller. Right now, well, once that comes out. But your Nintendo Switch must-haves at this point are Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Smash Bros. Ultimate, for sure. You've got to have those games in your library if you've got a Switch. So, if you're like me and didn't play the previous Smash Bros. Games,
get to learning the mechanics.
Yeah, get in where you fit in. That's gonna have every Nintendo character ever, and plus some. They added the little squid ink things from Splatoon. Little characters from there are in it now. Huh?
That's the little things that like spit, like
they shoot ink at you, or inklings or whatever. So Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah,
that's it. That's it. Because then it goes into 2019.
And in 2019, we got Kingdom Hearts,
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Resident Evil 2. I didn't get to play Resident Evil 2. I stood in that line, and then that's when Dr. J came out, and I got out of line for Resident Evil 2, and I got in line to get a picture and an autograph with Dr. J, and I accomplished that mission. Instead of playing video games, I spent Expo chasing down autographs.
You lost the battle, but you won the war.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I kind of thought afterwards, I was like, shit, I should have got back in the Resident Evil 2 line. Yeah, so I didn't get to play Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, we get Resident Evil 2 early January 25th, or no, late January 25th.
You know what else comes out in January? Omnimusha Warlords.
Oh, they gave a date for it?
Yes, there is a date on it. First off, I have been ranting and raving about wanting this remake for so fucking long. Years I've been whining about not having access to this game. I'm like, we're remaking and remastering all these useless ass games. Give me one I want. And then when Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was announced at E3, I was like, I don't want that. I want Omnimusha Warlords. Mm-hmm. That's what I want.
Yep, she said I can attest to it.
I yelled it firmly at my TV, even though it looks really great. Got to see gameplay of that as well. It's gonna be fucking amazing. Like, I'm gonna play that too. I just wanted my Omnimusha Warlords, and now I'm getting it. Remastered in all its amazingness. So, if you've never played it, Google it.
Yep, you'll definitely want to play it.
You will definitely want to play it. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to that one. That was actually announced while we were at conference, but they didn't say it at conference. So once I found out from the interwebs about it, I totally walked up to my Sony rep and was like, yo, what's up, homie? Why didn't you tell me? Like, why didn't you say something? I don't give a shit about any of this other stuff. I'm not even gonna lie, and this probably sounds terrible, but I was sitting in I'm not even gonna say what game company I was sitting in. I'm not even going to say that information. But let's just say I was sitting in someone else's room watching the trailer for Omnimusha Warlords. That's how serious it was. So that's how real I was excited for it. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts comes out next year.
Yeah,
Rage 2 is next year. Is Devil May Cry 5? Devil May Cry 5 is next year.
Let's see. Yes, Devil May Cry 5, spring 2019.
Division 2 is next year as well. So, going into the first half of next year, there's still like a legit-ass
release of games.
Yeah, there's still a really good release of games.
Yeah. I'm going to need you to start yelling Jack and Daxter at the TV. Like, I need that remastered.
Fucking Jack and Daxter. Yes, I mean, obviously, video game lineup for the rest of the year is going to be amazing.
Yep, and let's not forget Jump Force.
Jump Force. I did play Jump Force.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing Jump Force, and I'm like all into it. I'm going through multiple, and then I stopped looking around because I didn't want to be that person because people were being those people who weren't getting the fuck off a game so other people could play.
Yeah.
Like, dog, don't sit there for 30 minutes playing a game when you know other people want to play behind you. Like, be nice. Get the fuck off.
Play low leveling.
I had to stop myself because I was like so into it, and I looked around and I'm like, yo, is anybody else wanting to play? I actually asked, like, some dudes were like off, like having a conversation. I was like, are you guys in line to play Jump Force? They're like, no, we're good. I was like, all right, cool. I hopped right back. That's probably the game I played the longest.
So who'd you pick? Who was your character of choice?
So the first set of characters I picked was Goku, Naruto, and Bleach. Mm-hmm. That was my first squad.
Bleach.
Yes.
His name.
Whatever. It's what it's listed on in the game. It's his Bleach.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, if his name is something fucking else, then you tell fucking those people who made the game. Who is the game made by?
Is it Capcom?
It's Bandai Namco.
Yeah,
you tell the nice people at Bandai Namco his name is something else. That was my first squad. Fucking killing it with Goku. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was impressed, but then I realized they probably have the computer on easy. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yo,
I'm killing it right now.
Yeah, fucking whooping ass.
The AI is turned on tutorial.
Yeah, basically. I'm pretty sure it was. I really don't feel like it was fighting back. Then I switched it up, and the second time, because I played that entire round with Goku, and I'm like, how do I switch characters? Because I wanted to play with Naruto. So the second time, I put Naruto as first, and then I don't even remember who my second and third character was, because I wasn't changing. So yeah, then I played with Naruto. That was pretty dope. Who else did I play with? I played with One for One Piece. I did play One. Yeah, the dude from
Monkey D. Luffy.
I don't know what the fuck his
name
is.
The main pirate, little.
Yeah, the dude from One Piece.
Yeah.
Played with him a little bit. It was very Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. No, not Crouching Tiger. Like, I don't know what it was, but I quickly switched off of him.
Yeah. He reminds me of what's his name from Street Fighter, the Talisman.
Oh gosh, Dalsim. Yo, yeah, I can definitely see that correlation. That's how I felt. That's why I was like, nope, back to main menu. But yeah, so I'm really waiting to be able to play the full version and see who else gets announced and get released. I was trolling people, not even gonna lie, because there was these two dudes who were sitting there talking about the game, and they were like going back and forth about characters. So I just jumped in their conversation. I was like, it's all about Light and Ryuk. And they looked at me like I was batshit crazy. Like, there were two black dudes too, and they just looked at me and they were like, "Oh, so that's what you like? You really are you serious, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." So, but then I was like, "No, I'm just joking."
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see how that plays out, because I know they're not going to be playable characters in the game, but they're going to have something to do with the story.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a story part to this that they are keeping under wraps. Can't say anything else.
His sworn to secrecy.
Yeah. No, there's definitely more to this. There's a lot going on. It's going to be awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to Jump Force when it comes out. I think that's it on the video game front. That's all I got.
Yeah. All right. So, moving on from that, John McCain died recently.
Yo, that's a hell of a transition. Probably should have led with that right after the shooting thing. We're going to go back to somber things. Yeah, John McCain's passing. I mean, obviously, we all knew it was coming. Again, another example of, you know it's going to happen, but there's still no preparing yourself for this.
You're just not ready for it.
Yes. And regardless, I've seen people who've made comments about, like, the way John McCain voted in the past. Somebody said something like he voted to, like, get rid of MLK Day as a holiday. And people were like, oh, he was racist. First off, that man is an American hero, okay? He's an American hero. He spent his life defending this country. Mm-hmm. Both abroad and domestically. He fought, he literally lived up to that line to defend this nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Like, he did that. He continued to do that up until his last breath by making it known that he didn't agree with shit that was going on in this current administration.
Yeah.
So
that was one thing we were talking about at work. Like, John McCain, even if he didn't always agree, he was classy about it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for sure. So I'm amongst the train of thought where if you don't like someone, if you don't agree with them, if you couldn't stand them, the day that they die is not the time to come out and start talking shit about them.
Yeah.
If you have nothing nice to say, quite frankly, keep it to your goddamn self. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, there's no need at that point to start doing all the vocalizing how
they were this and that. It's
like I don't,
you had all this time to say that.
Yeah, don't pick the day the man passes to then like that. To me, that's tacky as fuck. It's tacky. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not even gonna get to that anymore because, yeah, whatever. What you got next?
Aretha Franklin. Also, her funeral was today.
Today,
And it was televised.
It was being live streamed. Did not I watched like 2 seconds. We were doing other stuff. Went to the comic book store. She went out like a diva should go out. Like, there was costume changes for her wake.
They changed her costume?
They changed her outfit.
In the casket? That's how I want to go out. That
is diva legend status. Like, you had 3 wardrobe changes just during your wake. And then you have the final outfit that you were buried in.
That's amazing. No, I don't know, actually. Like, imagine being that person that has to change her outfit.
I mean, morticians get paid for that. And I'm pretty sure these people were compensated very well. So, yeah, no doubt they got their money. It was a very... It was a very Aretha Franklin homegoing. There's nothing more to say. I mean, this is what that diva deserved. I hope she planned out these people who were performing.
Yeah, because I saw Ariana Grande performed. I don't know how she felt about that. But Fantasia. And let me see.
I'm going to assume she seems like, although I heard she didn't have a will, like this whole famous people dying without wills thing seems to keep happening. I think they said Prince died without a will as well. Like, people are like passing without wills.
I feel like as soon as I make a certain amount of money, I'm making a will.
I got a will. Yeah. I ain't even got a certain amount of money. But you should have a will, people. If you have kids, you should have a will. Point blank, period. So, yeah, that's crazy. But I would like to think that she had already probably discussed with people, like, who she wanted to perform the day she goes. Because Bill Clinton, you was set to eulogize her. He was there. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Ariana Grande was singing. I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan, so it is what it is, I guess.
Faith Hill performed.
Faith Hill makes sense.
Alright.
I can respect that. I don't know who else performed, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Fantasia performed. And then apparently Maxine Waters gave the Wakanda salute at her funeral.
Oh, yeah. Maxine Waters is a G, so, yo. Yes. Yes, Auntie Maxine. She will,
reclaiming her time.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Maxine Waters stan.
Yeah, I would say that. I'm a Maxine Waters stan. That'll be my next tattoo.
Maxine Waters?
No. Reclaiming my time.
I'm about to say, yo, if you get a Maxine Waters tattoo before you get your mother tattooed on you, I will feel some kind of way.
You guys gonna get a portrait of Maxine Waters tattooed on my thigh.
For real, like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, so the musical tribute, it was Ariana Grande, the Clark sisters,
Makes sense.
Edward Franklin, Alice McAllister Tillman, Audrey DuBois Harris, Pastor Shirley Caesar and Tasha Combs Leonard.
Oh man, they took it to church.
Let's see. Shaka Khan performed. Ron Isley. Woo. Fantasia. Tyler Perry.
Sexy lady, drive me crazy. Tell me what you want.
And Smokey Robinson.
Yo,
she kept going.
Smokey starts coming. Once Smokey Robinson comes out during the funeral, like, it's a wrap. Like, oh, man.
She had everyone. Isaiah Thomas gave a speech. Bishop Marvin Sapp and the Aretha Franklin Celebration Choir. Jennifer Hudson.
J. Hud.
Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
These all make, I mean, that list all makes sense except for Ariana Grande.
She was just thrown in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think she was, like, jockeying for that spot because she's been performing Natural Woman for a while now.
Yeah.
All over the place with her little squeaky voice.
I don't know. I like Ariana Grande. At least I like that one song. I like that God is a Woman song. I like that song. I heard it at work, and I was just like, okay. I've never heard her sing anything else, though. I've never heard any other Ariana Grande song.
She alright. I mean, hey, she out here killing it. She living her best life. So, what else you got on?
Also, in television, Emmy Rossum, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing her name, is leaving Shameless after 9 seasons.
So, Shameless season 9 is going to be its final season, basically.
Yeah, that's how it's sounding.
There's no way you can continue that show without her.
Yeah, without Fiona Gallagher, it just doesn't make sense. But I understand why she's leaving.
It's 9 years. Like, she's been on that show for 9 years.
I mean, that too, but they aren't paying her.
Oh,
like,
she's not getting paid?
She's not getting paid like that. Especially for the fact she also directs for the show and produces episodes. And, I mean, Fiona Gallagher has kind of been the central point of Shameless.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely need a dysfunctional guardian when your dad's a drunk and a drug addict. Is he a drug addict or is he just drunk?
Nah, he does drugs, but I mean, I wouldn't say he's a drug addict.
He's not an addict. He just dabbles.
Yeah, he just dabbles.
Well, yeah, when Frank's your dad, yeah. So, basically, Shameless is about to be a wrap.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I figured it had to come,
it had to come to an end sooner or later. Before it, because it's like this 8th season, it was alright. It was alright. That's all I can say. Because it hasn't been renewed yet for a 10th season.
It's not going to.
I mean, yeah. I feel like it just needs to come to an end. It's like, it's sad to see it go, but these shows need to stop before they ruin what they've created.
Mm-hmm. You got Abby Lee Miller?
Yeah. Abby Lee Miller from Dance Moms has been suffering from cancer for the past 3 years. As soon as she got released from prison.
Not suffering from cancer. She's battling cancer.
She's battling cancer.
We'll say she's battling cancer.
She's battling cancer. And recently, after her surgery...
Oh, she can't walk.
Yeah, she can't walk. Her spine, it affected her spine.
Oh, wow.
And they said that there's a slim chance she'll ever be able to walk again.
Yo, to go from, like, dancing was your life to not being able to walk.
Yeah, that's a horrible transition. Like, regardless if you're a Dance Moms fan or not, you've seen Abby Lee Miller around.
What did she go to jail for?
Fraud? You didn't watch that last season of Dance Moms?
No.
I binged watched that at college, too.
That's it. Cancer sucks. Fuck cancer.
Yeah, it's just, I just feel like you said, a lot of celebrities and everybody's getting sick and just dying.
You know what? It's not even just celebrities. Let's be real. The shit in the food that we eat, the soil is fucked up. There's hormones in the meat, and yeah, people really need to start doing their research looking into that. That has nothing to do with nerd. Well, no, I guess that's science, so that's nerd shit. But we really need to start paying attention better to what we're putting in our bodies because it's a mess. It is a mess.
Yeah, especially if you look at, like, if you research the sicknesses and, like, the groups where they mostly, like, come from, not, like, the sicknesses themselves, but people that contract these sicknesses, there's usually a correlation in the area that they're from.
Yeah, that's a shame. Thoughts and prayers to her and her family. What else do we got over here?
That was it for the itinerary today.
All right. Well, look at that. We covered everything, and we're still at an hour and 24 minutes, but whatever. We have featured some new pops on our page.
We do. Who is this week? Tiana. Is it that one?
Yeah. Tiana, Blade, and Lando, and...
What's it count?
M'Baku. I got M'Baku! First off, I got that from Expo. Thank you to the amazing people at Funko.
Yeah, but they were just giving away pops, right?
I was blessed with my M'Baku. Yes. I was waiting. Yes, and I got it. So, thank you, Funko. That's all I wanted.
We also want to go pick up some new comics today.
Yes, comic books. So this week in comics is X-Men and Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
So we'll wrap up that installment. I believe this is the final installment in the Wakanda Forever series. Don't know what's going to happen after this one, or if it was just like a 4-series run. Got that. Picked up that the first issue of Captain America. So I know I'm a little behind on that because I think there's like 2 or 3 issues out maybe. But I copped that. We found a new comic book store.
Yeah, we did. Shout out to, is it Pastime Comics?
Yes, Pastime Comics and Collectibles.
Yes.
It is in Watauga, Texas. It's a little family-run comic book store.
They've got an excellent selection of both pops and comics.
Yo, I probably shouldn't even tell people this, because now all the pops I want are going to be gone. First off, maybe no one who listens to this is even in the area. So maybe I'm safe. But their pop selection is fucking amazing. They also attend the that big ass flea market that's in Grand Prairie. They also have a booth set up there that they do as well. So I don't know if they take the pops out there when they do that. I can't remember what the thing is. Trader's Village. They also are at Trader's Village because that's how they're on the card. First off, their pops are only $10.
Yeah.
They have Chase Pops.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
For $35.
And they've got a pretty good selection of Chase Pops, too.
Yeah. Very rarely will you really find Chases in retail stores at this point, because I seriously feel like employees
are buy them up
and hide them, and they take them. So it's so hard to actually find Chase Pops. They literally have a whole shelf of Chase Pops set aside for you to buy. And they're like $35. I'm not going to say what's over there because I plan to go back and get them before, maybe I'll shout it out after I buy the pops I want.
Go visit and mind your business.
Yeah. Exactly. They have back issues for $1. And these aren't even like super old back issues. Like these were just like
legit like
a couple weeks ago.
ago.
Yeah. Back issues for $1. So yeah, I mean that was a pretty dope little comic book shop. Support your local comic book shops.
Yeah, support small businesses.
Yes, exactly. Especially small family-run businesses. The gentleman who was in there today, he mentioned to us that it's run by him. Like his wife works in there. He says he has some partners, and his partners and his wives, will be in there and stuff like that. And they all have full-time jobs. So it's just something they're bringing to the area to help further the cause and the culture of comic books. So yeah, definitely check them out if you're in the area. Or if you're in the DF Dubs and go to Trader Village, they have a table out there. So, yeah, just support your local comic book store. You got a lot of places where you can buy comic books these days.
Yeah, because this one just opened up and we didn't even know about it.
Yeah, no, they've only been open for like 5 weeks, he said. So that's where I'll be going now, probably to get my books. And he was like, let him know if there's something you want to get, he'll get it. So yeah, that was pretty dope. Yeah, search out and find your little local comic book stores, for sure. Okay, so on that note, so where you can find us?
You can find us on Facebook, House of Blurs. You can find us on our website, houseofblurs.com.
Check out the blog.
Yes, we have plenty of pieces up there. Some new ones coming out soon, because I'm going to finish a piece.
Are you really though?
Yes, I am.
I've been hearing that since before I left for conference. So, okay.
It's been a week. It's
been a whole last week, but go ahead.
Okay. Find us on Instagram.
Instagram is houseofblurs.com or House of Blurs on Instagram.
Our Facebook page, House of Blurs.
Twitter,
House of Blurs.
In case you know where to find us, Google House of Blurs.
We should be the first thing to pop up. Last time I Googled us.
Yeah, we are. If you would like to help us keep this little, thing we got going, like to help and support, because we do have some missions. We would like to upgrade some equipment, be able to bring a more high quality, podcast to you. We've got some other things in the works as far as content, contests. We are giving shit out.
Pretty much. Like, we want subscribers. We're
willing to pay for them. So we will give you things. So if you can check us out, we now have a Patreon that we have launched. It is patreon.com House of Blurs. There is a link on the website. So at houseofblurs.com you can find a link to our Patreon. You can subscribe. There's different levels. There's a couple levels that when you decide to become a monthly subscriber at those levels, you'll get stuff.
Yeah.
Like comic books.
Pops. Shout outs. We're willing to advertise for you.
Yes. We're willing to, throw out some things that you might be doing or, something you want to bring recognition to. Hey, we're willing to,
help you out.
Yeah. So check out our Patreon for those different patron levels. If you just want to, drop a couple coins one time, there is a link to our PayPal. That's also House of Blurs, so you can put that on PayPal. The email, because I was checking on PayPal the other day, it's Nichole at houseofblurs.com if you put in the full email address on there. But House of Blurs on PayPal. There's a link on the blog as well. I'll post those links on Twitter.
Yeah. And every little thing helps. So
yeah. If you like what you've been getting, if you're continuing to come back, then feel free to support a little bit, and you'll get something out of it too. Like, it's a give and take relationship. Every dollar, dime, penny that gets donated does go into the podcast and the blog, and helping us further bring things and content that we're creating, because we are working on book, screenplay. There's a lot of creativity going on behind the scenes, so those things take
resources.
Yes. And on that note, today is the last day that Armani will be here in person.
Yes.
Because you're going back to school.
Going back to college, Nemo.
So, yeah, you'll be joining us weekly.
Yeah, via Skype. So, gotta go back and get your learn on. Definitely. Gotta get that education.
For sure. But, drop us a line, hit us up Twitter, Facebook. Let us know what games you plan on playing, what you're looking forward to.
And feel free to drop some topics that you guys want to hear.
Yeah, if there's some comics that you're checking out, if there's something like anything you want to talk about, questions, things, comments, concerns, feel free to add us, let us know. We'll be more than happy to talk about it. And then the next couple weeks will definitely be a whole lot of game reviews. So buckle up, people, because
it's coming.
This is going to be gamer. This is a gamer's holiday for sure. There's a lot of great collectibles coming down the pipeline too. So if you are a collectible, definitely hit up your local GameStop. Ask them what new collectibles are coming out, because there is going to be a shit ton coming. We were closing this off, but just a little tidbit. There is a GameStop exclusive Jim Lee collection. So if you are a Jim Lee fan, Jim Lee, the DC creator, there is a shit ton of Jim Lee products coming exclusively
to GameStop.
So, there is Pops, there is journals, there's lanyards, there's books, there's shirts, there's socks, there's hats.
Sold me at socks.
Hey! So, if you're a Jim Lee fan, check it out. A lot of this stuff can be pre-ordered, so if you want to get it, you don't have to hunt it down. Drop them $5 on it, pre-order it. There's some really great Batman statues coming out. Check it out. Set up your local GameStop and put them $5 down. Put that $5 on it. But other than that, we will see you next week. And after we've played some shit too.
Yeah.
So it'll be
we got our game on. We'll let you know how it goes.
Exactly. So until then, take care of yourself and be good to each other.